Hello, Crypto Juggernauts. This is Mike from Mx3 Crypto Report coming to you today with a short video. I just wanted to do something in regards to NFTs. We have been getting a lot of requests for NFTs. What are NFTs? How do they work? You know, the whole 9 yards. So I just wanted to do a quick and dirty on that. So let's get started. So first, I'm basically going to start off with NFT Basics. And by the way, this is going to be a two-parter because there's quite a bit of information to cover here. So NFT Basics today, our starting point is I'm sorry, our starting point is we're going to cover the what, why, when, and who of NFTs. So what is an NFT? Well, NFT stands for non-fungible token. So it's basically a token, and the long of it is NFT is a digital asset backed by a smart contract or proof of ownership. So the smart contract, everything that's baked into the smart contract basically says this asset, this digital asset, is owned by this person, entity, company, or whatever. So moving on, why, the reasons why there are NFTs. The first reason is flex, not flex as in flexing my guns, although I don't have guns these days. They're more like pistols, but yet still flexing. And flexing really is not, it's not always about ego. It's more about a sense of belonging to a particular community or a group. You know, so say for instance, you belong to maybe, actually I used to belong to a cruising club, you know, taking cruises, water cruises, ship on ships and whatnot. And it's just basically, it's one of those things where you have something in common with other people, and you just kind of show them, hey, look what I've got, look what I'm doing, look what I have, look whatever. It's not always about, you know, the ego and showing off, but it's more about sense of community. And of course, again, community is basically a sense of belonging for the most part. And then in terms of trade, as long as people want it, you can trade it or sell it. You know, that goes for anything and everything, NFTs included. And then, of course, you have utility. NFT utility is about giving something more than a digital asset to the buyer. It's basically perks, add-ons, and whatever else is baked into the project. So going a little deeper in there, some common utilities to look out for. Number one, staking, allowed to earn coins. So you can be allowed to own additional coins on that platform if you own one of their particular NFTs. Making babies, or as some platforms call it, fusion, but you know, it's like you have this token plus this token, you can make new tokens. So most platforms call it making babies. And making babies, you hold, say for instance, you hold two NFTs for 3 months, and then you mint two babies for free, or one baby. Again, kind of depends on the platform. So Launchpad, other projects you can potentially have access to. So a lot of these NFT owners, websites, have multiple projects going. So you can have access, you own this token, you have access to this project, which of course is similar to a membership. And then what is this? P2E, or pay to earn. So you can basically, it allows you pay a fee or something to that effect, and you can earn additional crypto or tokens or whatever that platform pretty much kind of has. And in terms of utilities, let me just kind of give you a little bit of an example here. And I'm on the OpenSea website. OpenSea is the biggest website right now for NFT projects. And this is a project called, and some of you may have heard of this. This is a project called Bored Ape Yacht Club. And just kind of looking around a little bit here, they've got over 10,000 unique Bored Ape NFTs. They, again, 6.4 thousand owners, and their floor price right now is sitting at 92.99 Ethereum. Now, those of you who aren't familiar with NFTs, a floor price basically is what the absolute lowest token is selling for. And right now, that for this particular project is sitting at 92.99 Ethereum. And again, for those who aren't familiar with Ethereum or aren't familiar with cryptocurrency, Ethereum is a form of cryptocurrency that is used particularly on this platform in order to purchase NFTs. So if we want to know what that equates to in dollars, 92.99, I typically use this site for conversion from Ethereum to, or crypto in general to US dollars. So 92.99 Ethereum equates to 156,435 USD. So yeah, for those of you who thought this may be some kind of hoax or not genuine, or, well, people are making real money in NFTs. This is real. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's picking up, and I have some other information to show you later down the line to kind of go more in depth with that. So back to Bored Ape. Again, they've got about 595.3 thousand total in volume. So there is an awful lot of trading on this platform. So just to kind of give you an idea, yes, these are NFTs, and this right now is set price low to high. So the lowest I'm seeing right now on here, let's see, what are we looking at? Last. Let's just take this guy. What is it? 0.39. So 0.39 ETH again equates to what? 0.39. Let me just go back for a second. Okay, yeah, this was what the last, I believe this is the last offer actually that was made. This is the last offer, not what it actually sold for, but this is the last offer that was made for this particular token, 0.39. Or as they say in the UK, 0.39. And that equates to about $656. So somebody was doing some serious lowballing, which obviously is why it's still up there, because that is what I call a serious lowball offer. But just kind of taking a look through some of these other guys, this particular one looks like 14 hours left. So there's an offer on this one. And well, let's just kind of move through some of these. Let's kind of go into some information in terms of the utility. So wow, what are we looking at here? Okay, this is trading. Let's look at do a little bit of trading volume. This is last 90 days. So just to show you that there is a lot of trading going on here. An hour ago, this particular one looks like it sold for wow, $243,949. Yeah, $243,949. This one, 163,000 plus, 201,000 plus. So yeah, these guys, I believe, I believe it's been about a year, maybe year and a half, for a lot of these tokens, because initially when they were first come out, when they were first, they first started making these guys, they were pretty low, be anywhere between 500,000, 1,500, something like that. And now they're up into the hundreds of thousands, and some actually sell for millions of dollars. So in terms of utility, I'm going to shift over to one of my favorite NFT projects. This is actually on the Super Creator platform. And these guys were actually minted. These guys were actually minted this week. There are a total of 2.2 thousand items. Floor price is right about 1.67 ETH. And let's go back again. 1.67 ETH equates to, let's see, 1.67 equates to about $2,809. So that actually, and when you get more familiar, for those of you who are not that familiar with NFTs, you'll know that typically when babies are minted, they typically are valued, especially in the early days, valued much lower than that. So this is one of those projects that is really hot. It's got a very good community, and these guys are valued very high right now. So if you kind of go down, I think I have one open already. Well, I had one open. It's been a minute. Let's kind of go into these guys. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. All right, where'd you go, buddy? All right, a few technical difficulties here. Firefox doesn't want to work for me right now. All right, let's shift gears. Let's take a look at this guy, or yeah, either one. Okay. Yeah, looks like I'm having some technical difficulties. Not able to show you what I wanted to show you. There we go. Thank you. All right. So this guy, if we come down and kind of take a look at about Super Creators by IAC, gives you information on that particular platform and this particular collection. So 2,222 unique tokens, digital collectibles are going to be or have been created. Token holders will have the benefit in both the physical and metaphysical space for as free events, such as free events and trainings in a variety of fields, from yoga and wealth building to spirituality and personal development. And this also includes private access to future developments in both the virtual and physical creators land. So this particular project is being built out in the metaverse, as well as being built out in normal, I guess, space, or however you want to put it. So very, very, very unique utilities here. So that's kind of just touching base briefly on utilities. So let's finish up. So after utilities, we have timeline. And there are different phases to NFT projects. So phase one basically is described as the project is relatively unheard of. So not many people know about it or have heard about it. Phase two is where the project is starting to rise. You get your first price bump in this phase. Excuse me. Phase three is basically everything is kind of continuing to rise. So you're kind of on an upward slant at this point. Phase four is affectionately known as the grandma phase. Now the whole world knows about it. So it's one of those things where it's like Instagram. You know, if you're unfamiliar with Instagram by this point, if your grandma pretty much is on Instagram and you're not on Instagram, you are really, really, really behind the times. So the grandma phase is where the whole world knows about it, and it could be saturated by now. So the space could be saturated at this point. Phase 5 is the first major FUD, or fear, uncertainty, and doubt, where people start panicking because the project may start kind of taking a dip a little bit. Whereas it started to rise, it may start kind of taking a little bit of a dip. And it's no different, again, in the crypto space, the NFT space is no different than the traditional financial institution space, where you will have things will go up and down. Any investor, anybody who's familiar with investing knows about that. And the smart investors do their homework, they do their research, they look at the history of things, and you will know nothing ever goes, if anything goes in a straight line, it's pretty much dead. So if it's going up, it's going down, it's going up, it's going down. But a lot of people who aren't, I guess, and this is not meant in a negative context, but some people who just aren't savvy investors, and they don't understand the cycles of investing. So when things start going down, they kind of panic, and that term has been deemed as fear, or FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And then phase 6 is kind of the final, what they call the consolidation phase, where everything starts to normalize. The project has found its space. A lot of the fudders have kind of been weeded out. Now you pretty much have people who are serious and understand trading and investing, not just in NFTs, but in general. So that's where things again begin to normalize, and value begins to stabilize. So now we move on to the who are in right now, who are in these projects right now. And there are 3 categories of people in NFT space. First, you have what's called the whales. These are the heavy hitters. These are the Elon Musk. These are the financial institutions, the big financial institutions, where you're basically, they deal in the millions and the billions of dollars in assets. And that's pretty much roughly about 10% of NFT investors. And then you have the traders, who are pretty savvy at buying and selling, understanding how to actually make profit in this space. And that's about 20% of the investors. And then you have the newbies. Of course, these are people who are still trying to figure out how the game is played. And that is the majority of people in this space. That's about 70%. So at this point, that's kind of, that makes up the landscape of the NFT space. So just a side note, the more rare an NFT is, the higher, sorry, I'm fudding out now. I just had a I just fell asleep on you for a second there. Sorry. The more rare an NFT is, the higher the demand. It's like anything else. It's the concept of supply and demand. The more supply you have, you typically have a little bit less of a demand. The less of a supply you have, the demand typically goes up because of its rarity. Similar to gold and silver and other, rare metal assets. So that's kind of it for today. I'm going to present some more information in another week or two, but I just wanted to kind of touch over the basics of NFT, the NFT space. So again, that's it for me. Hope you found value in this. And if you did, do us a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe so that you know when we are producing more videos, and we are dedicated to producing crypto and NFT videos to help you become a more savvy trader, buyer, seller, or investor. And that's it for me. Mike out.